FPS is 100 times better. So we had a little technical difficulties, but now we're back. And the word is still, I believe the word was vast is an understatement. You have international hot sauces over here. Barbados, Virgin Islands, Trinidad, Japan. You even got the mascots on the floor. Hey, Kieran. But vast is an understatement. Vic, you got Scottish hot sauce? Is it one of the flags or is it?
Yeah, it should be. I don't think I have much. I think it's up in this area somewhere.
Oh, I see the English flag, so it should be over here.
It's up in here somewhere. I think I have some up in here.
There you go, Kieran. Somewhere up in here would be Scotland.
Here.
If it helps, Kieran,
Scotland. I'm sorry.
There's England.
Yeah. North Ireland and Scotland.
Oh, here it is, Kieran. Yeah,
Yep.
right from the Northern Irish,
Mhm.
and then Scotland's right here. So it's on this shelf right here, right along the middle next to Slovakia. But vast is an understatement, Chad. 100% vast is an understatement. I will be posting some YouTube shorts about the collection. Or a variety of YouTube shorts about the collection. I mean, it's been a while since I've actually taken videos off my phone for my computer, but I think I know well enough to know. I think I know well enough how to do it to be able to do it. You know, and the walls ain't all. You go in here.
Behind the bar.
Yeah. What game do you miss, Kieran? You got the chili lights up here. I know the last few streams you guys have seen a lot of me, and I've been the focus of the streams. But we'll get back to playing like we normally do, Kieran. I know I've been the attention for. I also just want to point out what he just turned on. Hot sauce reef, or pepper reef. Hey, Leash. Since you're here, Leash, and I did it for Kieran, I'll do it for you too. You see the English flag. I'm assuming this road down here, from there to over here, would be from your native land. But I know you guys have. Well, I hope you're doing well, Leash. You too, Kieran. I know you guys are used to seeing me in the streams, but today is going to be a little different because it'll be a lot easier to not have me in the streams and just show him in the streams. Because this is all his.
Crazy, right?
This is all his. This right here is my cousin. I think this is the first time a family member's been on stream.
Oh, that's right. Cool.
I do
feel
believe
honored.
I do believe so. I do believe this is the first time a family member's been on stream.
I am honored.
But you know, it's this again. I got this is all his.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, this is all his.
26 years of a passion, my brother.
Yeah,
26 years.
this is all his. And you know what? At least 2 years of hard work, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. COVID has kind of slowed me down through the construction part of it, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's taken a while, and you know, it's still a work in progress, so
Yeah.
it's still going to kind of come on. I mean, you saw some of the things that just came in the mail today,
Right,
that
right.
we're going to add on, so. I don't think it ever stops growing and evolving. So, and I think that's one of the fun things about it as well.
Yeah, that's the behind the scenes stuff, Chad. That's the behind the scenes stuff. You know, you ain't gonna see that. not even on YouTube.
Too fun.
But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be posting videos about the collection on YouTube here and there. But this is more of a back and forth with me and Vic.
And an AMA, right? Ask me anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, Lifeline. I'll tell him you said hi, Leash. Say hi, Vic.
Hi, Vic.
No, say hi.
Hi. Hi. Have another drink, Vic. Hello. That's awesome.
Thanks for setting me up. Thanks for setting him up, Leash.
Right. Dun. Here all week.
Yeah. Well, this is your house, so
Right, yeah,
I would hope so.
exactly. Yeah, right. 2 shows. What are they more impressed with, the long domestic wall or the international wall?
Well, what are you guys more impressed with? This side with this is the domestic wall that I'm showing now.
It's 52 feet of sauces, all from the U.S.
52 feet of sauces from the U.S., all from the U.S. And then over here is the international wall,
That's about 32 feet.
and that's 32 feet. He's not feeding me lines, I swear. Yes, this is his house, Lifeline. This is his basement. This is his basement.
So I'm the guy that had to ask a realtor. I don't want a big kitchen. I'm not looking for storage space or a big bathroom. I need a space to fill my hot sauce collection.
I completely agree, Lifeline. It is fucking dope.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Imagine asking the real estate agent for that.
She was like, huh? Excuse me? Google me.
Is this early hot sauce? Is this the early collection?
That's it. That's where it started. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's where it all started from.
this is where it all started from, Chad.
Isn't that crazy? From that to this.
This is where it all started from. This is what 26 years ago?
Yeah. So, Wendy, my wife, bought, I think it was like 7 bottles of hot sauce for our first Christmas together.
But can you guys hear him? I think they could hear you.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
okay,
they would have said.
yeah.
Otherwise, they would have said something
Yeah,
about not
yeah.
being able to hear you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is 26 years ago. So go on with your story.
Yeah, she bought me 7 bottles of hot sauce for our first Christmas together. We weren't even married, and I had a buddy help me build that shelf. We put it up because I had a couple of obviously had some knickknacks and different things,
Right.
chili peppers, because I loved hot sauce and spicy food, and that's where it all started from
Right.
that into this now.
Yeah. It's like I said, Chad, on the outset, vast is an understatement. Vast is a fucking understatement. And they got the chili pepper lights above, which is why we started over here, because I wanted y'all to see the chili pepper light. You know, but It's even, it must be a family dynamic about, you just jumping into it with that, it's like that segue. It's almost like we put that picture there on purpose.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and that's really what it is, because a lot of people ask me that. Right?
Right.
How did it start? How did you get into this? Why hot sauce?
I haven't tried any yet, Lifeline, but that we'll be getting there.
We will.
He's got it set up already. He's got it set up already, Lifeline.
The tasting station, right?
Yeah, he's got it set up already, Lifeline. We got it set up over here back here. Yukon, I appreciate the raid, buddy. Yukon, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Kieran. How was PUBG, Yukon? Just to give the new people a taste of the vastness of this collection. Jiminy Christmas.
Nothing like it in the world, man.
Well, that's why you're the world's largest one, Vic.
Exactly. There's nothing like it in the world.
I'm starting to think you may set the bar a little too high for the future podcast guests. You got a holy crap, Vic.
Did it?
Yeah.
Nice.
You got a holy crap.
That's what it's all about.
That's all hot sauce, Spud. That's all hot sauce, Spud. Yeah.
All individual, right? There's no doubles or duplicates.
This is 32 feet of internationally produced hot sauce, and this is 52 feet of domestic hot sauce. You have Canada?
I do. Yeah, man.
Canadian.
Absolutely. Canada's got a huge representation.
I see it.
Yep.
Canadians just joined, so
Yeah.
I gotta keep going with it.
That whole section from top to bottom.
Here's your native land, Yukon. Wait, so it's this whole area?
Basically, it goes Canadian from here, from Marks, all the way down, and it goes all the way over this direction here, because Merle's, all of that stuff is all from Canada.
Holy
Dawson is all from Canada.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. It's a huge representation.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
England's over here, Spud.
Yep.
Yeah, England's over here. So it's the top of the flag.
Yeah. Yep. These shells here.
Oh, so it's a few shells.
Yep. England is where Shahina is from. She is the world champion chili pepper eater.
And
98, I think, competitions in a row she's won.
And don't worry, Lifeline. We got the U.S. Represented here too, and we got a bell pepper. We got the U.S. represented too. You see Japan up there, Mexico. I'm only identifying the flags that I know, which is very few and far between. But if you guys recognize any flags, feel free to point them out. The other side's domestics, so it's in addition to the America over there. What's the hottest sauce you got?
It's probably ours. It is it's made with 16 million Scoville unit extract. It's called the Black
16
Mamba.
million?
Yeah.
Black Mamba, like Kobe Bryant?
Yep. Black Mamba's 16, and it has 16 million Scoville unit extract in it.
16. Holy shit.
So basically, anything 16 and over is actually crystallized. It's not even a liquid anymore, and it has crystals in it.
Right.
It's dissolved.
Right.
So our first one started at around 2 million. Mm-hmm. Then we did the Black Mamba 6,
Right.
which has got the addition of 6 million extract. That's the same recipe.
Take a picture of that before I go home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably the hottest thing that's out here.
Or maybe even a YouTube short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. You want to try some?
God, no. God, no. God, no.
So the one that has the Guinness Book of World Records
Yeah, keep the questions coming,
So
Chad.
right here.
Keep the keep the questions coming. You guys are more than welcome to
So I
ask
don't know, it's
questions.
kind of hard to probably see on the camera, but there's a vial in there
Mm-hmm.
that is a capsaicin crystal, so 16 million. So that is the one that has the Guinness Book of World Record as the hottest hot
Yeah.
sauce.
This one right here, Chad.
Yeah,
This
that
one
is
right here.
Blair's 16 million, it's called.
Hmm?
Is it all it is 16 million crystals?
Well, now, in your opinion, is it better to go ridiculously hot and then lower the Scoville, or is it better to go reverse?
I think flavor should always come first, right? It should be right. So a lot of things. So one of the attributes or angles that Cajun specifically goes, and right, I showed you that big section is all the
Which
the
the
Cajun
Cajun section is in right along the wall over here.
from here in these these cool bottles all the way around to this section here.
Right.
So what he would always do is take a chili pepper. So if he wanted to work with a ghost pepper, or he wanted to work with a Scotch bonnet, he would take what the flavor profiles of that chili pepper was first,
Right.
and then build a sauce off
Right.
of it, right? So there's that flavor first, because you can do really hot sauces,
Right.
but if it doesn't taste good, they're not going to come back and buy it. You
Well,
know what
like
I'm saying?
the way hot ones do the the normal episode is
Sure.
lighter to heavy and then back down to light.
Right.
Is that? Do you think that's better, or do you think it's better to go ridiculous, hot first, and
No,
then
I think you should know. I think you should step up, right? So we do a thing when we go to the shows. It's called the execution station, right? So we
Right.
typically start off with like a ghost pepper sauce, but on the milder side,
Mm-hmm.
and then each one kind of builds a little bit hotter, a little bit hotter, a little bit hotter. So
Right.
the challenge is basically being able to go from one end of the table to the other. You don't pass out on me.
Shut
you
up,
don't
Leash.
Right? You don't throw up on my table, right? And you would cool swag. But that build, right? That build kind of builds up, and,
Right.
and so what happens in your body is that it produces endorphins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a runner's high, right? So you have a euphoric feeling, right? And
Mm-hmm.
as you build that heat up, and if you do it slow enough, you almost get that again. You get kind of like that,
Right.
that high from it. And I think that's the best way of doing it because it still tastes good. It's really easy to. Make
I will
those,
tack. I will.
It's really easy to make those face melters, right? But they taste like crap, and no one's gonna buy them again.
This is the sauce we're trying. We're just gonna talk for a bit about the collection. I'm not trying the hottest one. Nice try, Spud. This is the collection, but these are the ones we're gonna sample. We're just gonna talk for a bit about the collection, and then we're gonna go sample. Just keep it in your pants, Chad. I'm not trying the hottest one, Leash. The Black Mamba's in the special case. Do you have a hot sauce called Endorphin Rush?
Yeah.
He does, Lifeline. And he's going to take us over to see it right now.
Almost positive it's over here.
Oh, shut up, Bad Wolf. There it is, Lifeline. Endorphin Rush.
I got you.
And ironically enough, what else is over here?
Right. All the packet chips, all of the hot one stuff. Yeah, Johnny Scoville's. Yeah, the Pringles. Yeah.
Hot ones.
Yep.
And then hot ones.
This is a truth or dab game that they came out with this year.
And then explain the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
So, Guinness actually reached out to me about 4, maybe 5 years ago, and offered the hottest chili
Yeah, of course.
sauce collection. I turned in all of my information. The only thing that I didn't have was it cataloged. So all of my information that I turned into Guinness turned up word for word in the Ripley's Believe It or Not book that year.
Huh?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
And yes, Chad, I heard that story this afternoon. Yeah, Lifeline said her dad said that the Endorphin Rush is insanely hot.
It's pretty damn hot.
Yeah.
It used to be, back in the day, that was one of the hottest ones that was on the market
Right.
For a long time.
He's my cousin, Tech. Oh yeah. Spud said he'd get the sweats just looking at all
Yeah,
these
right,
sauces.
right. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Honestly, Chad, I didn't even notice the shit going along the top. In some cases, you got Chicago Bears along the back. You got some stuff along the back, and you got the sauce along the top.
That's a full NFL set. And those boxes, one's AFC, one's NFC.
What up top?
Yeah, underneath the Bears, they're in those wooden boxes.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. You guys see it, Chad? You got the NFC. You got the NFC and the AFC collections with the. It's branded with the NFL teams on them. All the NFL teams on them.
Who's your boy? Big Poppy.
And for any baseball fans, there's David Ortiz. Then you got Florida Gators, Alabama. I know the Timberwolves, Iowa State
Yep.
Buckeyes. You got college.
Carolina Gamecocks.
You got some college sauces.
Purdue Boilermakers. And then this is all of your, Gringo Bandito, that is Dexter Holland from The Offspring.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Trejo, right? Here's your ODB, right? She's a professional wrestler. Brimstone. Right? Bootsy Collins was in James Brown's band back in the day.
Oh.
Alice Cooper. Bumblefoot. Bumblefoot is in Sons of... God, I think he's in Sons of something. Sons of Apollo. When Slash left Guns N' Roses,
Mm-hmm.
Bumblefoot took over. Bumblefoot was actually in Guns N' Roses longer than Slash was.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the official Blues Brothers sauces. We make those for them. This guy is Billy Gibson from ZZ Top.
Right.
Kiss, Leonard Skinnerd. I mean, just all the...
Well, so that's it makes up for it, Chad. I'm pointing out the sports, and you guys are
They're doing the music, right?
Steve-O's hot
I
sauce.
don't
Or,
have that one yet. That's yeah. He has two of them out.
Mhm.
I don't have them yet. I don't have them there.
I didn't even
They're on my
finish the
list.
sentence, Spud.
Yeah,
I didn't even finish the sentence, Spud.
they are on my list.
I do see Hank Williams Jr. though.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess this is a musical.
Music Wall and some of the like the entertainers and different things like that. You got Cheech and Chong
Yeah.
down there.
You got Elvis Presley. I see.
Yep.
Paula Dean, Alan Jackson, Betty Boop.
Yeah. All right. All the celebs, I guess you could say.
Where's Cheech and Chong?
Cheech is down there. The Cheech has 3 different sauces. Chris Perez was married to Selena.
Oh,
We were making his sauce there for a while too. This is Joe Perry. Joe Perry is in Aerosmith.
mm-hmm.
Matt Anthony is Michael Anthony from Van Halen. I know my shit now.
You know your collection. You know your collection, bro.
Show them the grenades.
What?
The grenades. The general sauces are
Oh.
all like grenades.
Oh yeah, so many hot sauces. Insanely expensive hot sauces.
Some. Do you want to see them?
He said grenades, and I'm thinking actual grenades, not hot sauce shaped grenades.
We have actual grenades over here.
Okay. Is that your flavor tech? Oh yeah, actual grenades.
Oh, there's hot sauce in them.
There's hot sauce in those grenades. But you got little knickknacks all over the place.
Yep. So you're looking for some of the most expensive? Probably these. This is Blair's. Right? He's out of New Jersey.
Right.
This is called the Caldera. and it has a 1 million, a 5 million, and a 10 million Scoville unit extract, right? Each one of the bottles.
Right.
I've seen them go as high as $6,000 each.
Holy shit.
Jungle Jim's is a international grocery store in Ohio. I think he's in Cincinnati.
Right.
They have theirs for $5,999. It's like $6,000 for one of those.
Again, Chet,
With them.
a lot of the there's gonna be some YouTube shorts popping up on my YouTube to further document some of the collection.
Yep. Yep.
But just to put it into the context, compare that to like the Scoville level of like a jalapeno or something more common that people would be more.
So your jalapeno is probably about 3,000 Scoville units. Then you're talking about the top end of that is 10 million Scoville units. If you
So
want to show the scale, come to your bottom step and look up. Your Scoville scales on the ceiling.
wait, what? Scoville scales on the scale. Oh shit!
Right there.
Let me.
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah, the Scoville scales right here, Chet.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, the shit that you would normally see watching Hot Ones.
And now, I took my staircase, right?
Right.
And I matched the Scoville scale on the colors. Now it makes sense, huh?
Oh shit! Hey, no worries, Spud. I appreciate you joining the raid with Yukon. Thank you, buddy.
Check this one out.
Oh yeah, next level sauce.
You see that?
You got
It says Vic Promotional on
yeah, it got engraved.
it. Yeah. So this guy.
All right, Leash. All right. All right. All right. All right.
This one has my name on there too.
All right, Leash.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, yeah. Well, how about this, Leash? We'll hit this area and then we'll go do the taste testing.
Tastings?
Yeah. I know Vic's looking forward to the tastings.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So what's over here? Because this is the only area we haven't hit.
Yeah, this is all one manufacturer. This is all Hellfire hot sauce.
Right.
He's based out of, I think he's in Wisconsin. And he's known for the clay reserve bottles. So they're basically handmade. So
Right.
every one of them is basically unique, right? Because making them themselves you aren't going to be able to repeat the same thing over and over.
Yes, I'm in North Carolina right now.
He actually had the Hellboy movie that came out a couple of years ago. He had the official licensed
Oh.
Hellboy hot sauces. He made
Well,
a 4-pack
let me-
for him.
Get down.
And those are the licensed Hellboy
Anybody
sauces.
that's a fan of the Hellboy movies.
Yep. Yep.
Too young to feel that damn old when I crouch.
Right. I mean, just incredible stuff. I mean, he makes some
Yeah.
wild and insanely hot sauces.
So the top shelf is all handmade.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, even this.
Oh
That
shit.
one there. But this is all him. This is all one manufacturer, this entire shelf. But all of those are his special reserves, right? Some of them are Halloween.
Right.
Some of them he just comes out. He came out with these Halloween ones that came in a coffin.
So even the one or the top is the top shelf like hot sauce bottles.
Yeah. Yep. So in the beginning, he was actually putting sauce into them, and then later on, as some of them got more elaborate, like this is kind of hollowed out.
Right.
So then it would come with,
That's
just a
separate?
test-
Yeah.
Exactly. It would come in a tester bottle separate.
Stormtrooper hot sauce.
I don't have that. That's really cool. Yeah, that is a pretty neat one. I haven't come across it. I saw it. I've seen.
And no to your question, Leash.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it yet.
No, she asked about shanks,
Shanks.
like prison shanks.
Oh. Yeah. That's pretty funny. A hot sauce shank. That would hurt.
What about on your more alcohol
Yeah,
related
this
shelf?
is right. This is everything right. All chili pepper, ghost pepper infused, reaper infused, habanero infused, all the different the ghost face killer. All right, it's got ghost pepper powder in it.
Right.
Billy's Chilies is probably one of the coolest. I think it has 5 different chilies in that beer. This is actually a ghost pepper. It's a toothpaste.
It's a
It's a
toothpaste?
spicy toothpaste.
Spicy toothpaste.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
So, Chet, what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit more of the going back and forth with the specific content. But Tack wants to know how long is it? What's the lifespan of hot sauce before it goes bad?
All right. Typically, it's in the 5.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say, Leash.
It's typically in the 5 year window. But if it has a lot of vinegar content,
Right.
it'll last
Right.
forever. Now, if it has fruits in it, it's probably going to take that down. So you're probably in that 3, 4, 5 year range. Mm-hmm. But I've eaten a sauce that was 40 years old. So I was
Wow.
actually on the History Channel. So the show was called Eating History, and the guys came out and they filmed here. Well, they filmed in Phoenix in the hot sauce collection. We ate a 40-year-old bottle of Tabasco. We ate a 30-year-old bottle of Bulliard's, which is another Louisiana-based sauce. And it was amazing.
Yeah, I do agree, Leash. Interesting, but also kind of.
Yeah, sketch.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, I do have other questions, but let's say they're waiting for it.
Let's do it.
They're waiting for it. They're waiting for it, cousin.
They probably want me to burn you up, too.
Oh, well, yeah, they want you to burn me up. Yeah, they definitely want you to burn me up, cousin. It would be better to go like this, so let's hope it works like that. Let me flip the camera. Yeah,
Oh, there's my pretty ass.
yeah, it looks like it did when we did the test run.
Yep, yep. So the only thing is you have to gonna read your stuff sideways.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you push your bottle up, you get more of the sauce in there. You get more of us in there.
Yeah,
Look at
Leash.
that,
I know.
look at that, huh?
I know.
All right.
So you
what do you want
take
to try out?
you take the lead, cousin.
All right, let's do this.
You take the lead.
So this is also Rojo. This hot sauce is from Colorado, and basically what he's doing is he sent us his new sauce that he wants to come out with. Basically, what he said is the one with the label and the one without the label is the same recipe. This one has ginger in it. This one does not. So he asked for
Well, I also
my
just want to
opinion.
point out you don't have to like do it around the caption because
Okay.
only I can see the I can see the chat.
Gotcha. Rookie mistake, huh?
Yeah,
Rookie
only I can
mistake.
see the chat. They can't see the chat.
Got it. So it makes more sense when I was trying to
Pretty
move it
much.
around.
Pretty much, Dak. Yeah.
All right, which one you want to try first? The one with ginger or without ginger?
Let's go without ginger first.
Without ginger. Okay. Can I show you how a professional would try their sauce?
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. That's part of the point.
All right. So you're gonna put it right here. all right?
Okay.
Reason that you put it here instead of here. Right?
Just one sec.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's probably a voice delay, Kieran, because of where the microphone is. So there, as long as it's not a ridiculous delay, because there's nothing I can do about it. There's no unless we have level your mics on. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sure. So we just talk louder.
No, it's just. I think it's just like an audio. There's just like an audio delay because of
Got
how
it.
I'm doing it.
Got it.
But
Okay.
go back to what you
Cool.
were.
Right. You never want to taste here. Right.
Right.
Here has been everywhere.
Right.
You don't want to do here.
Right.
Salt deposits. Right. You
Right.
want to do here. It's the cleanest spot. Right. A little-
Right, because there's no sweat on that.
There's no sweat.
Right.
a
That
little-
makes sense.
A little dab right there.
That explains why the that explains why the paper towel is here.
Exactly. But I will give you a spoon. Right.
No, I'll try it like a professional.
Yeah, try
Yeah,
like a
I'll
pressure.
try it.
It's a little runny, so don't put a whole bunch.
I mean, you wanna do the dump?
No. You do.
No?
You good. You learn. There you go. Just shoot her in. Kind of like you're doing a.
Kind of like I'm doing a shot.
Yep, exactly. So it's got a real nice flavor.
Oh, yeah.
There's like chunks of like garlic, I think, in there. That is really neat. Not too hot, so probably a little hot for you because it's the first thing that you've tried.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a shock sensation right to the beginning of it. So this is going to be the same recipe, and this is with the addition of ginger. Oh yeah, there's a lot of ginger in there. Holy smokes, there's a lot of ginger in there.
Whew.
You good? Take a little drink.
Oh, shut
Try
up,
this
please.
little dab.
Shut up, please.
So I'm going to tell you that. I won't tell you. I'll let you see what you think.
If you see what Lifeline, I don't know if you saw what Lifeline said, but
I do not.
her dad knows you.
Really?
Yeah, her dad's heard of you.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Say hi to Dad. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
her dad's heard of you,
That is awesome.
and she said that her dad thinks this is the coolest thing ever.
So do I. Thanks. I agree with him.
All right,
That's
Leash.
cool.
All right.
That is very cool. Try that one now.
Oh, that was more of a.
Really cool. That's good.
Honestly, kick wise,
Mhm.
this one's better.
I
Less of a
right.
kick.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now, some of that can be because now it's the second one that you've had,
Right.
So it's not as much of a shock.
Right.
But I do absolutely think that this one, I think the ginger,
The ginger,
takes the heat down.
yeah, the ginger definitely does take the heat
and it,
down.
and it adds something to
Yep.
the flavor profile. Because I think that the ginger actually tastes better. Cam, that's awesome, brother. That is good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll move those aside.
Well,
You doing good? You all right?
Yeah.
All right. You hanging?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my cup. Oh, there it is.
My fucking tongue is burning, but
All right, so let's start with the Verde. I bet you the Verde will probably be the mildest of the four. So this is my buddy Zach Perkins out of Tucson, Arizona, and this is his Black Label. So every year he does a Black Label series. This year he did a Verde, a
Shut up,
Rojo,
Tag.
a Masala, and he did a Peri Peri, which I'm really, really interested in trying. And we're going to try the Verde first, thinking it's probably the mildest. So it won't
shall I get another drink before we start?
do it.
Entertain my chat while I'm gone.
Absolutely. So Verde basically is green,
Mouth is
right?
burning.
So it's burning. Oh, you're running all the way upstairs, man. Lightweight. I'm gonna burn him up.
Yeah, fuck you.
This has got a really cool roasted flavor and smell to it. I think he roasted whatever pepper he has in this. God, it smells really good. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to try our hot sauce, right? So you never want to try your hot sauce on the tip of your finger, right? Because your tip of your finger has been everywhere, and there's lots of pollutants and stuff on it. You don't want to put a dab in your hand because you have sweat deposits on it, so your sauce is going to come across a little salty, right? You always want to do it here, right on the thumb, right, in that little span, kind of like when you do a shot, and you put the salt on there. You just put a little dab right on there. Oh wow, that's really freaking good.
Let me just.
So that's got a really roasted flavor to it, man. That is really deep. Put some on a spoon.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow, that's good.
Yes, you did, Leash. So, just to explain the background, Leash has been crafting characters of me
Oh, really? Okay.
Drunk Mike, Toxic Mike. Now
Really?
she said hot sauce Mike.
That is awesome. And what is this for? Just,
What? She did
just for
too.
fun? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. So I have somebody that is working on. So one of the things that we are kind of at work, we are kind of dabbling in are NFTs,
Right.
and I've got somebody who's going to come and do some artwork on me to make me a character on one of the NFTs,
Right.
and then for a hot sauce. Good, you're burning up, man.
Well, in your opinion, is it better to have stuff like this, or is it better to have like milk or water, or like what is your opinion on how to drop the hot sauce?
Absolutely.
Never
Water, right? So the heat in a chili pepper
Right.
comes from the base, right? From the reproductive system, right? Of a chili pepper.
Right.
So when you cut a chili pepper in half, right? You cut a jalapeno in half, right? You see all the white, the veins and all
Right.
that stuff, and the seeds and all that.
You think
Where-
this is a good
Yeah,
amount?
you're fine. Yeah,
Mm.
you're good. You're good. I think it's a little milder than the first. It's got a roasted flavor.
Oh yeah,
It's
this
got a
is
real deep,
compared to the first one we had. This is nothing.
All right. So the oils in the chili peppers are where
Right.
the heat is from.
Right.
So oil and water don't go together.
Right.
So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
water in your mouth, all you're going to do is just move those oils around.
What about bread?
Bread is great.
And I know-
Dairy is really good. My personal opinion is ice cream.
Well, that's
Because-
what they've been showing a lot on Hot Ones.
Yep. Because scientifically, sugar counteracts
Right.
the heat. So what is ice cream is sugar
Right.
and dairy, right? So
Right.
you put both of them together. A lot of people use honey as well.
Yeah, Leash.
I'm giving you a hard time.
She said I need some milk.
Yeah, you need some milk. You need some milk, all right? Because we're going to probably step up just a little bit. I don't think this is going to be much hotter. I think we're probably going to
We got the Hot One sauce over there. We got
Yeah,
the Hot
right.
One sauce over there.
just going to do the High Desert Rojo, the black
But I
black
just-
label edition.
I do want to give a shout out to Cam.
Oh yeah, Cam.
If you want to give a
absolutely.
shout out to your friend
Yeah,
Cam.
yeah. Really good sauce. So he's got, I think there's four. I think he has four sauces in his lineup right now. This is going to be the fifth one.
I got bliss sticks at the hotel.
Yeah, right, right. And I would say, Cam, go with the ginger.
I agree.
Yeah, go with the
Even if you want to go
ginger
with
version.
like just have it for somebody that doesn't necessarily go for hot sauce.
Yep, yep. Yeah, he's calling this his habanero jellyfish sauce.
Show the label again.
Habanero jellyfish.
Again, they can say
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yep. So, and again, this is just that's just the
is this out
version.
on the market or is he?
Not yet. Nope, not on the market yet. This is something that is in development. So
Take your clips while you can.
yeah, right, all right. I guess it's kind of cool to be me sometimes because that's what happens, right? When these folks are kind of coming out with new sauces, I get the opportunity to taste them before they hit the market, before they kind of go out full bore, and kind of give my opinion. That's what the TV show is going to come around. And I can't say too much about that TV show, but again, it's all based off of my opinion as someone who's been in this industry for 26 years, right?
Right. And I will let you guys know about what he just said once
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
allowed to talk
Once
about.
I'm allowed to talk to you, right? I've signed my
You've
my non 21 page.
Jesus. 21 page NDA.
Yeah, right. Holy smokes, man! I don't know what I signed. I probably signed my house away, but
You never know.
who knows, right? Ooh, think so on that one. So again, this is his rojo. This is again, it's going to be another roasted sauce. This is really deep, dark flavor, really thick. Ooh, man, that's pretty.
Apparently, one of them looked a little rank.
Little rank.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, no, that's what they said.
Ooh.
I'm assuming it
really good.
was the
The green.
the The orange
This
one.
The orange one, yeah. So it's a little different.
No, the other one.
Oh, this one I haven't
The-
showed.
no,
that
this one, this one,
That
this
one.
one.
The peri peri.
Yeah, because the darker.
Yeah, peri peppers are really tasty. It's African bird's eye. They're really small. What are they cracking on you?
No,
They
they're
cracking on
expecting me not to hit well with this one.
Yeah, you'll be all right with that one. You will be fine with that one. That
Little
one
does
is-
Vic know he's got to spend another day with me, so. I mean, if I had allergies, and the allergies would be gone by now.
Let me think.
It's
Not
not
bad.
bad. Yeah, it's not
Not
bad.
bad,
It's actually probably hot sauce that I would actually use
Yeah,
if I
right,
wanted hot
yeah.
sauce.
It's a good taco sauce.
Shit, my mouth is still burning from the first one.
All right. So remember, we kind of talked about that whole build up, build up, build up. That's
Right.
kind of what you're getting into now,
Right.
There's more. You're adding more on. You're adding.
Show
more
that
on,
one
you're
on.
adding more. That's
Explain.
the
Talk a little
High
bit about it.
Desert Desert Sauce Company. They are based out of Tucson, Arizona. This is their Rojo sauce. Again, this is a black label edition. So once a year or so, he comes out with just special recipes. They are different than his normal run, and they're only available for a short amount of time. And these
No.
are on the market right now.
No sound alerts, Kieran. Because of the setup, there's no sound alerts. I could probably try and set it up, but it would take too much effort.
What's the sound alert? I'm intrigued.
Basically, they could play a sound while I'm streaming.
Oh, I got you. Ooh. All right, so this is probably going to be a little weird for you, because I know you said you're. Oh my God, that's so good. So that almost tastes like or smells like an Indian curry.
Well,
Is
we
that-
have a lot of UK
Yeah, this is.
folks in the
Yeah,
chat.
this is the High Desert Sauce Company. This is the masala. Again, this is a limited edition sauce for him. He makes really, really good sauces. Ooh, I got a big dab of that one. Be careful of that one. Yeah,
You could see the sweat forming on my forehead.
that's really good. There's a lot of curry in that one. There is a lot of curry in that. That's really cool, though.
You could see the
That's a
sweat
good
forming
flavor.
on my forehead.
It's like you
Yeah,
ever,
look,
when you're
You see the-
driving.
you
I
see the
do,
brimming on
I
my
do.
forehead.
You get a little glisten.
Yeah, you see the glistening on my forehead.
Glisten. You get those heat waves, like when you're driving down the road and you look on it it's on a hot day and it kind of gets those waves.
Well, I know curry's a common thing for over there.
Yeah. Oh, it's got such a good flavor. That is really cool.
I'm burning through this freaking Bud Light seltzer.
Oh yeah, that's not going to help you too much. But the more you drink, the less you'll feel. That's tasty. That is tasty. You ready? They're waiting
I'm
on
ready.
you.
Yeah.
You're slowing them down.
Fuck you.
This is all they wanted to do was to burn you up.
Oh yeah.
This one's probably going to climb up a little bit. And this one's probably going to get a little hotter.
Can we get the milk soon?
Woo! Yeah, we should have probably brought milk down for you. I didn't even think about
Oh,
that.
All Wendy was doing, by the way, was sitting there laughing when I told her I was trying hot sauce.
Because how many times has she been here? Huh? I do the same thing to her, unfortunately. And she'll always ask me, is it hot? Is it hot? Is it hot? You know, so I get that a lot, right? So I get that my heat tolerance is a little bit different than everybody else, right? It's a little higher than most. And I've realized that
Yeah.
and known that from when I was a kid. But again, so one of the other things that you know that I did is I went to culinary school. So I went to get a culinary background because I was writing for Chili Pepper Magazine for about 8 years. Right? So I was doing sauce development and recipes.
Right.
The other thing that I tried to do was to take classic recipes and put a spicy spin on it, right? So
Right.
again, I wanted that culinary background on it. So I understand that my heat level is here.
My lips
and
fucking
you are-
hurt.
Right?
My lips fucking hurt.
So part of that being is even if you look at it as an educational piece, as an
Right.
educator from that aspect of it, if all I did was just burn the crap out of you, right, I'd chase you away from hot sauce, and I don't want to do that, right? And I don't want to chase anybody away because I want people to kind of come into this,
Well, we only got one more left, right?
right, to see. Well, I don't know. It's up to you. That one's gonna light your. That's gonna light
Well,
your.
we'll do a break and we'll come back to
You
that.
got it. Okay.
Notice that, by the way, chat, it didn't take any sub count. It didn't take anything to get me to do this. I'm doing this just. I'm doing this for content purposes.
Good. Good. Look at you. Proud of you.
God, I'm fucking nut. God, I'm a fucking nut job.
What I do. Right. Well, you knew you were going to try some hot stuff when you came over here.
I told you I wanted to.
Yep, you did. Different, right?
Yeah,
Different. So I
Yeah.
think that has a little ghost.
it's like
in it.
a mild hot sauce from Taco Bell.
Yeah, but it's got a build.
Don't tell me that.
But there's something that's burning my tongue, and it's just staying there. It's not going away.
What are those
That is-
called in on Hot Ones? The heat moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having a heat moment.
You're having a heat moment. You're having a heat moment. There's turmeric in this. There's coconut milk.
Let's get milk.
Yeah, run upstairs, get you some milk. Just bring the whole thing down if you want.
I'm gonna go get milk.
So what do you want me to talk about in the,
Just talk about
in the
hot sauce.
meantime? Talk about hot sauce.
Yeah.
Alright? So I know what you guys want me to do is to burn his ass up. So the next one, I think, but after he takes a break, is called Mikey V's. This is a garlic scorpion. If you've ever had a scorpion pepper, it is absolutely a barn burner. And the scorpions, that whole family, the Trinidad scorpions, the Morugas, all have like a stinging sensation to them. They all sting on your tongue, right? So one of the things I think that is most fascinating about chili peppers, right, is a habanero burns a little bit different than a jalapeno, right? And a jalapeno burns different than a ghost pepper. A ghost pepper burns different than a garlic scorpion. So I'm gonna light his ass up when it gets back, because this one is gonna be pretty freaking hot. This is from Mikey V's. Mikey V's in Texas, and makes some just incredible sauces. So he's in for a big shock when he gets back down here from that. So again, you can kind of see in the background the hot sauces. I've been doing this for 26 years. Give him milk. Yeah, I'm on live. Just give him more milk.
I did give him milk. You're killing the poor guy.
If you didn't hear my wife, I'm killing the poor guy.
That's just wrong.
He
That's just wrong. He's got tears in his eyes.
does he?
Yes, you're killing him.
I'm on a live stream. Come here, come say hello. Yeah. So the reason that this whole thing has started is this lady right here. She she was the one that bought me the first hot sauces for my collection 26 years ago, right, before we were married, and she's the crazy one that actually allows this to be in her house. So evidently, I have killed him pretty bad so far. So I've wrecked his night. So I
You're
might
so
want to
mean.
take it. I know, right? That's kind of what I do. But he asked for it, right? He asked for it. Some of these guys will. There's folks from all over the world on here on this right now. So he is upstairs drinking gallons of chugging milk,
He's
and,
chugging milk.
and crying pretty bad. So.
I just gave it all to him. He's like, "Can I have a glass?" I'm like, "Just take it." So,
So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try the next one. I'm gonna try the next one from this heart.
I'm gonna go check on him.
All right, High Desert Sauce Company. This is the Peri Peri. Peri Peri is bird's eye chili. God, it's so flavorful. The bird's eye is just a tiny little pepper. It's based. I think it originated in South Africa. Oh. Then it's got a really cool smell to it. Again, this is his Black Label edition, Tucson crafted hot sauce. Zach Perkins is just an amazing guy. Zach was actually a homeless drug addict, honestly. So he part of his mission statement on his website is from homeless to hot ones, because he had his Teak Masala was on. I want to say maybe it was season 15, I think it was, of Hot Ones. And the guy just makes some just incredible sauces. He's just gifted in what he does. Again, this is his peri peri sauce. It's got a really cool. Every one of them has had a deep roasted kind of flavor to it, right? A real deepness in the smell, in the aroma. Oh, that's really cool. This one's got a little more vinegar content in it, so it's got a little bit more of a twang on the tongue. This one says, proceed with caution, consider yourself warned, right on the label. I don't think it's really all that hot. It's just really crazy flavorful. God, that's so good. That is so good. So I'm going to take this and see if I can't read, maybe answer some of your questions on here. Yeah, Zach turned his life around. He did, man. He to me, he's like one of my heroes in this industry, for taking himself basically off the streets and turning himself around, and then getting himself, one of the things I think is really cool about the Hot Ones show in general is that it gives small hot sauce makers an opportunity to get their sauce out to a really big audience. I commend Sean for what he's doing, and just the opportunities, I guess, that he's offered to some of these folks, right? Because if you think about it, right, when Sean kind of started out, he really didn't have the star power that he's got now that is on the show. Alicia, what made you want to start getting all of these hot sauces? It's kind of a cool story. My grandfather, his great-grandfather, Papa, had a garden in his backyard. It was up against the garage. And back then, when I was young, I think I was maybe 7, 8 years old, I remember him. I remember my Uncle Bob. I remember my dad out eating jalapenos just basically right off the vine. They would take them off and they would, kind of clean them off a little bit and just eat them. And they'd just be sweating and they'd be laughing at each other and just kind of giggling and kind of, edging each other on, to kind of go hotter and hotter. And I thought, wow, that was kind of cool. So I think that, like most everybody, you take what you see, right? The people around you, the influence folks that you are, that you in your life, and that's how you kind of build up. You doing all right?
You fucking beat me, cuz.
And he's back. He's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So let's see. Out of all the common hot sauces like Crystals, Texas Pete, Tapatio, Tabasco, Cholula, which one would you say is the best quality, and which one is my personal favorite? I would probably say Crystals. Crystals is near and dear to my heart. I do use Frank's a lot. Like when I make Frank's, when I make wing sauces, Frank's is typically my base to any wing sauce that I make. Then I add butter, and then if I want to take it up and I want to make it hotter, then I add a little bit of other hot sauces on it. But Frank's is my base. Crystals, I think, is by far, oh my God, Crystals is just absolutely amazing. Mike, how's your mouth?
Just to give a perspective, I finished your milk. Just to give a perspective, I finished your milk.
Yeah. Yes, I use Frank's in my buffalo too. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it makes the absolute best wing sauces by far. Again, use it as a base, then you add your butter into it, and then you can add your heat on top of that. You can add your garlic, you can add whatever other flavors to it. But man, it gives you the best base. And he's eating candy too. Look at these old. I'm getting you, man. You love me though.
You love me.
Yeah. I killed him. That happens sometimes. So when you're in a situation like this, right? So, and I commend him for coming in here and doing this stuff. And again, I didn't have intentions of burning them up solely. But hot sauce can be, it's tricky, you know? So a lot of times, and a lot of us, you know, even me back in the day, there was times where I'd taken something and this stuff that I'm gonna give you is really good, but I don't follow my own directions. Take a really small dab of any sauce that you don't know first. That way, if it's not hot enough, you can always add more heat, but it's very difficult to take heat away, right? So it takes a little time. It takes some other things, like milk and sugar and different things like that, to kind of take that heat down. So always start out small. So funny story. Dave came out, Dave's Gourmet, right? Dave's Insanity, came out with that ghost pepper sauce. And again, I am a huge fan of ghost pepper. I have a tattoo of ghost pepper on my arm. I love the flavor of ghost pepper. I love the delayed heat of ghost pepper. I took Dave's. I had made just the most beautiful, gorgeous omelet. Just doused it with just a bunch of hot sauce. Started eating it, and it actually took my breath away and made me hiccup. It was. I thought I was going to throw up. My eyes started to water. I couldn't catch my breath because I didn't follow my own rules, I guess. But I didn't waste an omelet. No, I can tell you that.
Just to give a perspective, Chad, I have two empty Bud Light seltzers there, and I finished about a half a quart of milk upstairs.
You rock, man. Look, even she got the pepper shakes too.
What was that last one that I had?
You stopped on a masala because I think that there's ghost in a masala. There is something that lingers and came on
Definitely.
very late.
Definitely.
In this one, because
Just-
again, it was me because I can still feel it a
Right.
little bit on my tongue. So sometimes when I eat a lot of hot, my tongue kind of feels like it almost swells a little
Right.
bit. Right, it almost feels too big for my mouth, and I have a little bit of that flavor. It's kind of gone down from there. This one is pretty good too, but I think you should probably take a break unless they want to destroy you. But it's gonna be a
Well-
long night for you.
I mean,
I haven't said anything about my beard.
well, they're used to my beard, so. Well, Wendy already said she had ice cream on standby.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She's
Well, now
she's
my
good like
question
that.
is, since it just popped into my head when you were talking, the spoon that I've been having it on,
Uh-huh.
does that hurt me having it on the same spoon that I had other hot sauces on?
No, it should go away. Yeah, I don't think you had that much on it. Now because it's plastic, will it take on
Like,
a
will
little
it-
bit
will
of
it
it?
will it linger?
If you, well, I can answer that too because you didn't clean it, right? So that's what you're running into, right? So I tell a lot of people, right? Well, again, because there's residue on there, so
Yeah.
that's what's going to building back up on it, right? So, and typically it's going to be oil based as well. If you clean your spoon, then you should be okay. If not, but I brought a couple extras for you.
The other question is Scoville level.
Of man, so Scoville ratings are tricky,
Of what we've been trying.
right? They are tricky, all right.
Well, you said there
So-
was ghost in that one. Or you
Right.
think there was ghost in the
Right.
Masala.
Right. So, what you have, right, to do an accurate Scoville rating, you have to base it off of a dry chili pepper.
Right.
Right. There are other tests that can do liquids, right? But a true Scoville rating is based off of a dry chili pepper. So, it really takes into consideration what the POP is, percent of peppers that are
And yes,
in
Chad, I do have
each-
the pepper shakes.
Yeah, you do have the pepper shakes, right? You can see you got it in your legs too. I can see it.
Yeah.
So it really depends on how much chili peppers they actually use into
Right.
this, right? So just like so think about it. If you're making a sauce, so you're making a soup,
Right.
And you put ingredients in, whatever those ingredients are going to dilute
Right.
the base on that. So it's really tricky. So yes, so ghost pepper is ranging between 850 and say 1 million Scoville units, right?
Right.
But there's other ingredients in there, so it's going to take your rating down
Right.
some, right? So because you're not tasting a straight up ghost pepper, so you're not going to taste 1 million Scoville in
Right.
something like this. The only way that you're going to taste that in a straight up is if it's like a puree,
Right.
or if it's a capsaicin based, right? And it's straight capsaicin made to be 1 million, then that's when does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? Because so it's really difficult. So if I was to take a guess at what something like that was, I would probably say maybe at the top end, maybe 300 or 400,000 Scovilles, maybe. And I would have to taste it again a couple times, but because I'm not.
Well, in my opinion, and you could disagree with me, I think the ginger one had a lower Scoville than the non-ginger one.
So you probably have more. So what he says in his note is it's the same recipe with the addition of ginger.
Like I think it's like you said that the ginger dilutes the
I
spice.
think that the ginger takes some of that down,
Right.
right?
Right.
I felt that it tasted just a little bit different
Right.
to me. Mm-hmm. Just not the addition of ginger. There was something different in the whole flavor and smell of it right off the bat. So there might be just something else in there, but yes, I felt like the ginger one was just a little milder
Right.
than the original. But then again, we tasted that one. Well, I had spicy at dinner, so you didn't have spicy at
Right.
dinner, so that
I had,
hit you like a freight train.
A burger.
You had a basic white boy burger with lettuce and
It's Twitch, so I can do this.
right, and I had my Carolina Reaper flakes on it.
He's a spice rack when he goes to dinner. He has spice in his pocket.
Right. I carry a holster.
He
on my
has
belt.
spices in his pocket with Carolina Reaper. What cloves?
It's a ground.
Grab the
it's a
Carolina
ground.
Reaper
Yeah.
and hot sauce
Yep.
in his pocket.
Right.
Or no,
You have to be prepared.
the cloves are in your pocket, but the hot sauce is in
It was
your
on a holster.
Is in your holster.
Yep, on my belt. I pack. I travel packed.
Now,
Gonna
what about
try
this?
it?
What about this one?
I really like that. It's pretty neat. I was kind of telling them.
Compare it to that one.
I think it was milder than that one. I don't think that.
So Wendy doesn't need to have ice cream on standby.
I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
I think you'll be all right because you seem to have come down a little bit. You've ridden it out.
Oh, yeah, I've ridden it.
Right? So I think that you.
I was standing up in
okay.
your kitchen. My mouth was fucking burning.
So I think, like I said, that we may do this one later on, but that one is definitely a
If
barn
we
burner
did,
compared to
show
any
the
of
other,
that
show the
stuff.
other one.
Yeah, I was telling them about that. That's the Mikey V's. That's the garlic scorpion. Scorpions are just vicious.
If we
flavors,
don't do
man.
it today, maybe tomorrow.
I can bring it tomorrow. You
Maybe
got it.
tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'll put it in my holster.
That will not be a stream. That will not be a stream. It will either be something I post on Discord or it will be something I post on YouTube.
You're on Discord, huh?
So
Cool.
one or the other. That will not be a stream because I don't want the people there to be self-conscious about being on stream.
Okay. Understood.
And I don't know how they are with hot sauce.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is going to be right.
So that means that they'll be there standby with giving us milk and...
Right. Now I'll probably bring a couple of the milder, tastier sauces, but I won't bring anything hot. So
Yeah.
Not.
But yeah, you guys might see the content. I mean, it might be just me showing that I'm not a pussy. But ironically enough, if you want to put this into perspective, Chad, this is the first time I've seen my cousin in 6 years.
Yeah, it's been that long. Wow.
What, 2016?
Yeah.
2015,
probably,
2016?
Yeah. Last time was when we were up in New York. We came up for the New York Hot Sauce Expo,
Yeah.
and we stayed after for about a week or so.
I didn't want to point that out because, well, I mean, most people would say, well, why are you streaming if this is the first time you've seen your cousin in 6 years?
Right.
It's the fact that I'm cursing in front of you.
But I get it, right? So this is not kind of like normal, right? When you go over your relative's house, right?
Right.
This is not typically something that you get into. So
Right.
I
Hell,
get that aspect of.
Hell, I was
right.
walking up the stairs and told you to fuck yourself.
Yeah, they're right. I get that. All right. Some of my best friends hate me. So,
Well, it's
that
normal
comes
for you.
with it.
I just,
Right.
well, I wanted to ask the question.
Uh-huh.
I know that. What's Wendy's opinion on this?
She never thought it would get to this level.
Right.
So again, she takes some responsibility because
Right.
she started it.
Right.
She is a closet collector. So she's the one that likes to do like the eBay when people are bidding, right? She wants to outbid people.
Right.
And she likes that aspect of it. And she's funny because I get so many, like anytime that she goes out to a grocery store, her friends will send, like, so we have a friend that is in Mexico
Right.
right now and is sending her pictures of sauces that she's finding in Mexico. Does Vic have this? Does Vic have that? You know, so
Right.
she gets into it.
Right.
This is honestly,
And Wendy's his wife.
yeah, Wendy's the wife.
Wendy's the
Yeah,
wife.
She came
What-
down and she came and peeked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. Wendy's the one that was shouting at him for burning me out.
Right. This is the first time so this is like my, if you will, this is like my man cave.
Right.
So it's always been in the house at some
Well,
level or
how,
some degree.
how did she feel about it being in your living room in Arizona?
Hated it because it was the focal point. It
Because
was-
this was their living room.
right.
This was their living room in Arizona
I didn't
before they
have-
moved to North Carolina.
Right, that room was not quite as big as this, so I didn't have everything out displayed. I mean, there was
This
a
used
height
to be
to it.
this used to be their living room.
Right,
The,
right.
the hot sauce used to be the living room.
And in the last two houses that we were in, it was the very first room that
Right.
you walked into right when you came in the front door. So it was like boom, like anybody that walked in, it was like holy crap. So this is much better that she has a normal house and she
Right.
has her space.
Right.
And then now that I have my space.
Oh,
down
yeah,
there,
she loves it
it's-
upstairs,
it's-
you know.
She loves it. Yeah. So it's
She loves
it's a good
being.
thing.
She also loved being helpful, giving me the rock candy.
Because she understands, because she's been there too.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
she
so-
made the mistake, and I told her, "Yeah, Vic's a smooth talker. I can't help
Right,
it."
right.
Also, my chat will rag on me for the next week and a half if I don't do it. So
exactly. Right.
yes,
yeah,
yes, chat. I'm gonna.
make
we're-
them do it.
yeah.
Right.
I can't read anything you're saying. We're gonna catch up in a.
right.
We're gonna catch up in a second,
Yeah.
but
She wants to be one of those badass girls, right? That has that really high tolerance and
Right.
just anything, but unfortunately she just can't. She's worked on it, so it's just like anything else, right? So when you first started drinking,
right.
maybe it was it was one or two,
Yeah.
and then knocked your socks off. Well, now maybe it's 6, 7, 8, whatever it is. You know,
Yeah,
it's the same thing with
It's an unhealthy amount that needs
Right.
to. Yeah.
so it's the same thing with hot sauce. So when you start off,
That's
you
why I
can
never do
only
drunk
hit-
streams. That's why I never do
Right,
drunk
right,
streams because
right.
it's an unhealthy amount that needs to get me drunk.
Yeah, but it's true, right? And you've built that immunity up. It's the same thing with sauces, right? Some of us are born so just like anything else. We're all different. We all look different. We all smell different. We all our taste buds, our pain receptors in our mouth are
Right.
all different. So our levels of heat that we can take are just different compared to every single person. But there is some that you can work on it to kind of build it up some. I think as I've gotten older, my tolerance has kind of gone down just a
Right.
little bit because I can remember when I was your when I was like when chicken wings were first kind of taken out. And I sound like an old guy, right? So when it was first the popularity, I was going to these places and bring me the hottest thing you have, and then I would just basically laugh at them and say, "Can you make it any hotter?" And they didn't have what we have now, so it was like cayenne and red pepper flakes and pepper, and just made it taste like ass. But
Well,
still ate
I
it,
know
you know?
this might be an how do you put it? An unpleasant conversation.
Mhm.
But when I was upstairs, I was getting that bloated feeling. Part of me thought it was because I just chugged a fucking quart of milk.
Right.
But Wendy looked and was like, "Well, if you need to puke, take care of it," you
Correct.
know.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't, I know, like, because of my friends, the Bud Light seltzers,
Mhm.
that I know that feeling when
Mhm.
it's coming back up. You know,
Sure.
is that like? Is there a difference between like? Is there a line of like when you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're
Yes.
trying to limit the hot.
Correct. Everybody's line is different, right?
Right.
So
Well,
your body doesn't.
Like is there a line where it's where you know the difference between you've had too much, like you're chugging too much of
Me,
that?
specifically.
Well,
Yeah.
like is there a line where somebody knows where they're chugging too much to dampen the hot, and they need to just write it out,
Oh,
as opposed to keep keep chugging the milk.
yeah. I think everybody's right. Everybody is just a little different. So we know our limits,
Right.
right, on where we can and push our bodies for
Right.
it. So what's happening is like when your body doesn't know quite what to do with
Right.
that hot, right? So basically, when you're eating something really freaking hot, your
Right.
body is like, I don't get it, I don't understand it, right? So then it comprehends it as being like that fire, right?
That's
right,
that's what
right,
Wendy. Yeah,
right.
that's what
And then
Wendy said.
then your body's like, well, I don't want fire in me, so it's gonna come out.
Right.
Get it out, get it
Right.
out, and get it out now, right? So it's either coming out this way or it's coming out that way, but your body's like,
Well,
get
but
it
but
out,
that's the thing.
get
It's
it
like,
out
how do you
now.
know? Like, because Wendy said, there's a point where you just got to write it out,
Yeah, there's just a point where
you
but
just got to stop trying to dampen the. Does that mean you just stop trying to dampen it and you just write it out, or do you keep trying to, cool down your mouth?
I think there's a point where you realize that no matter what you do, no matter how much milk you drink, how much honey, how much ice cream, that it's not going to help the stomach part of it. And that's the part where you just have to kind of say, because again, there's nothing that is going to take that heat away
Right.
totally
Right.
other than time. And that's
Right.
kind of what she's probably alluding to, is that
Right.
you just have to stick with it.
Because my lips
and-
don't hurt anymore.
Right, because it goes away.
Yeah.
Right? It goes away in time. So that's what she's kind of talking about, is that you have to kind of ride that wave, all right, and kind of
Right.
let it go.
Right.
What do we got? They're giving you.
I didn't notice it. Yeah, fuck you, Vic. I'm sorry. I
You're
dropped you.
good. No, you're fine.
I took a bit of a big of a dab.
Well, you're good. You're good. That's good. You're jumping right back in there. That's good stuff. It's a different flavor. I mean,
Got a
each
bit
one
of
of
a
them has
kick.
been, a little
Yeah.
bit of a kick. All right? Bird's Eye is a cool freaking pepper.
I totally did the
Zach, I'm
exact
digging
opposite
it.
of what Wendy told me not to do.
What is that?
Not let you
Jump
tell
right
me
back
to-
in.
Yeah, she told me to be done, and
This should probably be it. Because
Yeah.
what's going to happen is if you just put any more on your stomach, it's just going to it's not going to be a good outcome for you.
Yeah. Well, no, that's it for me. With the sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, chat. Ugh. Stream has gone a bit longer than I expected, but
It's cool. I hope they enjoyed it.
the last hour and 20 minutes have flown by.
But it's good stuff, and I can get on a roll talking about something, I guess it's like anything.
Yes, Tack.
You with wrestling or you just get yourself into something that you
Oh, yeah.
enjoy and that you're passionate about, and you can just talk about it for hours and hours and hours, and
Well, Tack, if you wanna direct a raid once I'm done, you're more than welcome to. But I'm gonna take you guys around one more time. I think I'm gonna have some more rock candy. Seem to do the job. But I'll be back down here doing some. Other recordings in a bit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hey, I killed them all. I killed them all off, Leash.
tell them to follow me on Instagram. Pepperboy143.
That's Pepperboy143 on Instagram.
What I do is any of the new sauces that come into my collection, I take a picture of with the hot sauce as a background, and I kind of give a little bit of an explanation of who that manufacturer is, what the sauce is about, what the sauce tastes like, and then tag them in it. So
Right.
if somebody wants to go back and try something like that, so to give some of these folks.
And it's also Pepperboy on Twitter as well.
Yes, Pepperboy143 on Twitter as well. Yep.
So if you guys want to follow him, you're more than welcome to. I hope you guys enjoyed this little outlier of IRL streams. I may do another one at Greensboro Airport, depending on when I get to Greensboro Airport on Monday. But this is it for the IRL streams before I get back home next week. So, I hope you enjoy spending time with Vic. And I'm going to go cool down my mouth. But
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all.
But again, if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to. I think most of what you guys enjoyed was seeing me torture myself, but so look out for more content with the collection because I'm going to be doing a little bit more filming before I go home. Either way, guys, now I'm going to direct it to TAC to Director Aid, and I will see you guys. I will probably see you guys on Monday. If not, I will see you guys on Tuesday. But I'll be in the Discord. Later, chat. Much love, guys.